Slow sales? Try these.
When sales inevitably start to slow down during the spring and summer, one of the best things that you can start picking up are softball and baseball bats, especially softball bats. There's a lot of people, a lot of seniors, a lot of people playing in these leagues. So you're gonna get a lot of exposure to seniors through these softball bats. There's also a ton of kids in high school and middle school playing baseball, so you wanna get them of all sizes. Brands to look out for are definitely going to be the ones that everyone recognizes, like Easton, Louisville Slugger, Rawlings. And then there's a bunch of really good bats. I just picked up one today at a thrift store. It was the Easton Redline. Redlines are awesome. That bat should sell for $100 plus. But if sales are slow during these hot months, definitely be picking up baseball bats. Quick tip about baseball and softball bats here. I wanted to throw in, typically the longer and the heavier, the more you're gonna get for them. Not always, do your research, but you wanna look for bats that are longer and heavier. They're gonna sell for more. On that same note, you're definitely gonna wanna be picking up golf clubs. Golf clubs are an evergreen item, which means they sell all year long because people golf year round. But they pick up even more during the hotter months, especially during the spring, because a lot of guys don't do too much golfing during the winter, and then they ramp it up during the spring and summer. Good brands to be looking out for is definitely Nike. Nike is a good one because they no longer make golf clubs. So when you can find them, they're going for a premium because you can't buy them at stores anymore. TaylorMade is always awesome. Vintage or modern. Cleveland is a great one. King Cobra is awesome. Callaway, Titleist. There's a ton of really good golf clubs out there. Find them, get them listed, ship them out. A lot of people ask me questions about how to ship baseball bats and golf clubs. I'll be doing a video on that sometime this week, and I'll get that out to you guys real quick. Quick tip for the golf clubs, you're gonna wanna look for wedges. Irons will sell well on their own here and there, but you definitely want to look for pitching wedges, lob wedges, sand wedges. What a lot of guys and gals do while they're golfing is they'll pitch out of a sand wedge, they'll pitch out of a sand bunker, or they'll pitch right off of the fairway into the green. They'll set down their wedge, then they'll walk over and they'll put the ball in, and they'll either miss it and be upset and their mind starts to wander, or they'll drill it and they'll be super pumped and excited, and then they'll walk away onto the next hole or get onto their golf cart without grabbing their wedge. And so wedges are typically lost very often. So you want to find as many wedges as you can because you'll be able to sell them quicker because people are always looking to keep the set the same by replacing the wedge online. Another awesome thing to sell during summertime, Maui Gyms. These are sunglasses. Really great brands to look out for are the Maui Gyms. You're going to want to find Oakley's, Ray-Bans. A ton of glasses sell throughout the year. And there's a lot of other bread and butter ones that I like to find. I like knockaround sunglasses. I also like Blenders. Blenders is a more up-and-coming brand. Shady Rays is another great company. A lot of people buy sunglasses year-round. But like I said, especially once people start going on vacations, they're driving more, the sun's in their face, they definitely start picking up sunglasses more. So that will limit your slow sales because sunglasses are selling really hot right now. Pretty much anything with a short sleeve is gonna sell well during the summer months. This is a golf polo, you wanna be looking for those. Hawaiian shirts, tank tops, really just anything with short sleeve are gonna sell obviously better during the summer and spring as opposed to the winter. Things that sell fast during the summer don't always have to be outdoor things. You want to look for things that just sell great year-round that have an extremely fast sell-through. A great example of that are tons of electronics, but you definitely want to be looking for the T84, T89s, all these Texas Instrument graphing calculators. They sell instantly all the time. These track mouses with the red balls sell really well if you can find them. They're in thrift stores all the time for just $1 to $3. I sell these quick every single time I find them. Another great thing you want to be looking for are video games. Like this small little Kirby game in there, that's worth about $40. Video games sell really fast year round. They just have incredible sell-through rates. So you definitely want to be picking them up every single time you see them. Another thing that does really well for me during the spring and summer months are Crocs. You're also going to want to look for hiking sandals and shoes. These are some Columbia ones. Birkenstocks obviously do awesome. You're also going to want to look for Chacos. Over here we got some Echoes. Yeah, things like this sell really well year round, but especially during prime hiking season, which is spring and then approaching fall. Another thing that sells pretty well year round, but especially during spring cleaning, are vacuum parts. A lot of people see big Dysons and Shark vacuums at thrift stores, and they're really intimidated by them because they suck to ship. But I actually take them apart and sell just the canisters, just the wands, just the motor heads. There's a lot of money to be made in vacuum parts. I can do a video on what to look for and how to take them apart and what parts sell well and what parts you should just throw away. But here's just a whole nother bin worth of attachments and hoses and heads. So yeah, definitely something to look into if you haven't gotten into the vacuum parts game. A few brands to always be looking out for is Bose and obviously Apple. And then these are really cool, the Orbi Wi-Fi and routers. You're always going to want to be looking for text with noticeable, recognizable brand names. No matter what the item is, if it has the right brand, it's going to sell year round. These are definitely some items you want to be looking into when sales start to slow down. Yeah, guys, I talk about this often. Seasonality, it's a real thing. Buyers and consumers go through cycles. Q4 and Q1, you just get more sales because in Q4, people are buying for others. They're buying for friends and family members for Christmas and for the holidays. You're going to see things sell more quickly and more often during Q4 because of that reason. And then Q1, the average American gets a tax return. And so they're buying things for themselves. When they get that tax return, they're looking for things that they've wanted throughout the year, and now they finally have some extra spending cash, so they're going to go out and spend it on themselves. Then once Q2 and Q3 hit, the seasonality and the cycles change a little bit. Now people are spending more on vacations, they're spending more on experiences and memories instead of things that they can hold in their hands. So, and they're just spending less money because there's not as many holidays and events to buy things for. But when people go on vacations, they want to grab new pairs of sunglasses. They want to grab a new swimming suit. When baseball season hits, they want to get a new bat and a new glove. But there's definitely things that sell very well during these slower months. A lot of people don't believe in summer slowdown, and a lot of other people say that summer slowdown is the worst. I wouldn't get caught up on either side. I would just continue to learn about seasonality and cyclical sales and the psychology of the humans, it's kind of weird. Just understand that a lot of people are going to exaggerate about how terrible summer slowdown is, and a lot of people are going to say that it doesn't exist at all. The writing is on the wall. If you look up business reports, if you follow what huge companies are doing, what sales, they make projections every day, every month, every quarter, every year. They always project that sales go down during Q2 and 3, not because they're terrible companies, it's just because people spend money differently throughout the year. So if your sales are slow, take a look into these items and do some research on other items in your area that could sell well during these slower months. Look for outdoor activity items, look for things that sell well throughout the year, and make some money, provide for yourself and your family, and let's get it, guys.